Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. My name is Brian Craig. If you're new, this is where MAGA comes to talk. Welcome to my channel, everyone. Okay, so Fannie Lewis, I mean, you would almost think she was blacks for Trump. Like she's working for the Trump 2024 campaign because everything Fannie Lewis is doing is firming up the re-election of President Trump. And, you know, President Trump's re-election, this is going to be a miraculous, beautiful thing, right? What we're going to find out is having two terms non-consecutively is much better than having two terms consecutively. Because after all this crap that they're putting Donald Trump through, when he comes back into office for his glorious second term, after all this, he's going to have a mandate that no president has had, maybe even a greater mandate than Franklin Roosevelt with all his New Deal nonsense that he had. And one of the things Fannie Lewis has done with this Fulton County prosecution and mugshot of President Trump is turn the black community to Donald Trump, which is a miraculous thing. You know, people, you really got to appreciate this, right? Turning millions of blacks into the Republican Party, right? Blacks voting Republican, blacks supporting a Republican. This is unheard of. I mean, you know, in the modern times. And there's been so much outreach by Republicans over the years to try to recruit blacks into the Republican Party and reach out to blacks and get them to become Republicans and all this. And none of it worked. What got it? What got so many blacks to go to the Republican Party? A black Democrat, Fannie Willis. So I want to go through some videos here that are from TikTok. These are Blacks for Trump on TikTok, talking about various things involving Trump and everything that's going on. Okay, so let's go through some of these. Just great stuff.
After this dude, I don't even like Trump. I ain't vote for him, but I'll tell you what, I probably will next time. Because this dude seems to be turning black. The more he does, the more blacker he seems to get. Because they keep going after this dude for nothing. Sound just like what they've been doing to black people for years.
Yeah, isn't that something? See, now this is something I was talking about last week, and I'm not the only one. A lot of people were talking about this. The African-American community have, well, a special appreciation for the weaponization of our justice system, of our legal system, right? And this is a really just an amazing reaction. By the way, I am taking calls. I always take calls when I'm live streaming. So, and all the calls are screenless. If you'd like to call me live on the stream, please do. The number is toll-free, 1-888-465-2631. And then you'll be right here live on YouTube, 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call, all right? So, you know, this is really an amazing thing that's going on here because the black community see an injustice, because a lot of times, you know, when you get BLM and everything involved, when it comes to misconduct of law enforcement, judges, police, prosecutors, it gets so political when you get these groups like Black Lives Matter or Al Sharpton types involved. But when you see everyday Americans, there's a common bond. And African Americans are seeing beyond politics, beyond color, and saying, look, you know, Fannie Willis, she may be black, she may be a Democrat. This guy didn't even vote for Trump, he said. But what she is doing is wrong. She is abusing her authority as a law enforcement officer, as a prosecutor, and she's bringing charges against a president of the United States for what's a personal gain, because she wants to be maybe Attorney General of Georgia or the governor of Georgia, or maybe the Attorney General of the United States. Who knows what they have promised Fannie, but whatever they've promised her, it's something pretty big. All right, so let's play some more of these videos. This is just amazing.
I'm going to keep saying it loud and proud, bro. Obama has done nothing for black people, and you still got black people are still praising him. Black folks still got his statues and memorabilia like this was God, bro. I'm scared of my people when I see this, bro. Y'all got pictures of Obama everywhere like this man was God. You got the district attorney in Atlanta acting like she's doing a change for Atlanta. But this bitch, I said it, She's trying to be some type of new celebrity doing the most for attention because we know she has political aspiration like the rest of them to be maybe governor or to take over as president. We know this already. Even this case against Trump and all that she's doing, whether some of y'all agree with her or not, is being way too extra, bro. Fannie is a clown like the rest of you political minstrel shows, bro. Barack Obama been the worst thing for black people. Yes, a lot of presidents been bad for them, but there has been no other than a man who looks like y'all and y'all act like was for y'all. And y'all can't name me nothing he really did for y'all. And that's the talking points. I hate talking politically to people who look like me. This ain't gonna be a long video like the rest of my videos. Wake up, Black America, and even black immigrants too.
Oh man, I mean, this is this is just an amazing thing. I mean, and another thing, it's not just that the Democrats are losing huge numbers of black voters. That young guy. These are young people. So you got two groups that the Democrats take for granted are part of their firm voting bloc, right? African Americans and the youth vote. And some of these are people that are older too, that have been voting loyal Democrat their entire life, and then they see what Fannie's doing to President Trump in Georgia, and a lifetime Democrats are becoming Republican. I mean, this is an amazing thing. So the Democrats are losing blacks. They're losing lifelong Democrats who are black. They're losing young blacks. These are all groups that they take for granted, and they're also losing black females. Look at this. This is an amazing thing. Listen to this girl.
First off, I just want to say, don't mind this. I got a little hot, But I wanted to say that, today started off kind of crazy. Your girl got hit in the side of her car by some non-paying attention driver, period. The devil tried to take me out this morning. But on a lighter note, I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen Blacks for Trump. And I was like, what? We finally on board with Trump? Finally? I don't know. It was a proud moment for me because to see us come together collectively again, because, the first time we were like literally beating up a white person.
Hold on, caller. I'll be with you in a minute after we're done with this video. Hold on.
The first time we were like literally beating up a white person. This time we're trying to get one freed. We can come together for both causes. You see how versatile blacks are? And I just want to say that, y'all need to free Trump. Stop playing. We need our president out of jail because let's be honest. We made more money underneath Trump than any other presidency ever. That man may not be the best out of people as a person, but business sense, he got us.
Wow. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. These are demographics that the Republican outreach of the last 50 years has been failing at, and overnight, Fannie's driven them right to the Republican Party. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Sean from Massachusetts.
Hey, Sean. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right.
Man, this is
pretty
awesome.
amazing.
Like we were saying the other day, and also this is a kickback now to, some of the original Republicans. We're starting to see a resurgence going back again. Because we know, back during the Jim Crow era, who the Republicans were. A lot of them were African Americans, and now, we're starting to see a resurgence, and that base is starting to rise up again. And it takes one thing to create a precipice. You have a precipice to get people to get on board, whatever it has to be. It could be different things. And it took one radical DA, and it took a tyrannical government, to make people say, finally, this is it. This is the system that's going against. You're persecuting your political opponents, and this is what happens to a lot of people in society. And I think this is really amazing to see. They're starting to really, the wake up is happening, but it's happening across the board. A lot of people that are just, that aren't African Americans that, are starting to see it. It's reflecting to other people that are seeing this too. And it's like, well, wait a minute, and and I find it interesting, like the timing of this too, because not that this probably, it's so hard to believe in coincidences nowadays with the Democrats, but funny how this starts to happen. And then all of a sudden, we have this Jacksonville shooting in your state. And because it's almost like a deflection. I don't think that they're trying to as soon as that happens, oh, look, a white supremacist goes and does something, crazy and stuff. No, I'm not saying that that's all planned, but I'm saying I think that the timing is a little interesting that this happens. Like,
well, you notice that shooting in Jacksonville, Florida, has kind of disappeared from the news. I haven't seen. There hasn't been too much follow up. Maybe they must have found out that he was not MAGA or something, because they really dropped that. Yeah, maybe they found out he was ready for Hillary or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he was a Biden, a radical Obama or left.
Who knows? Who knows? But I find it odd that they've dropped this Jacksonville racist killer.
It is strange how that disappeared. Now, I'm surprised. I couldn't believe how fast it disappeared. Actually, you're right. Because it didn't really think. I was expecting to see it all over them. They were going to put it all over his face everywhere, every second, like they've done before.
I can't even tell you his name. I'd have to look up a news story to get the guy's name. It's been in the news so little, I don't even have his name imprinted. I've seen more news stories this week on BTK than I have this Jacksonville guy.
It's unbelievable, and it's unbelievable. And this is amazing. I mean, this is showing that Donald Trump now. This is it now. This is the momentum. This is showing people. I think, like you said earlier, to have two separate terms, not consecutively. And I think what happened was we're starting to see people see. It's like he's showing everybody now.
Oh yeah.
This is the space between the two terms. Now people have to see what's really happening and what's really going down in our country and in the world.
That's right. That's right. Well, with these clips, I got a couple more I'm going to play, but these clips I'm playing, the new blacks for Trump, right? I mean, this is an amazing thing, and it's happened on a dime. It's becoming a trend. It's like the ice bucket challenge. It's becoming a cool thing to be black for Trump right now.
Well, you're going to see more of them at the rallies now with more shirts, like the white shirts, black for Trump. I bet you. During his bit, when he starts ramping the rallies up again, you're going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot more of them, and they're going to be a lot more joining the ranks.
Yeah,
and it's going to be glorious.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I appreciate the call. I'll give you the last word.
Well, I just think that heads up, and only getting more good news. It just keeps happening. More momentum. This guy Donald Trump just gets bigger and stronger. The more they go at him. This is amazing. We've never seen anything like this.
Absolutely.
And we have to take every moment in with this.
All right.
Yep.
That's a lot of last words, but I appreciate the call. Thanks so much. Yeah, you're all welcome to call in. Anytime I'm live streaming, I take live calls, and it's always the same number, 1-888-465-2631. Toll free no matter where you're watching, 888-465-2631. I enjoy taking the calls. They're all screenless, and you guys, if you're watching live, can participate that way and add to the discussion. So what I've been doing, I'm just playing a few videos from TikTok of blacks for Trump, and TikTok is like overloaded with this. It's like the trending topic on TikTok.
What's your honest reaction to Trump's mugshot?
I think it's really a good thing for the black community, because when you look at it, the Democrats really kind of forced the crime community on black people, bringing rappers to the White House, etc. And every time a mugshot come out of those said rappers, their album goes crazy. Now that Trump is no longer a stranger to the culture, he's a part of it, it's going to backfire. It's the worst thing they could have ever done and the best thing that we could have ever gotten. Trump 2024.
Yeah, there you go. Trump 2024. And so this guy, isn't this beautiful? I mean, look what the Fannie and the Democrats, through their corruption. Hey, caller, hold on. Fannie and the Democrats, through their corruption, are bringing this country together like Democrats have never done before. But, of course, it's by accident. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's Renee from Harlem.
Hey, Renee. How you doing?
Yep. Hey, I'm all right. Well, you're just basically, good luck, because you're going to find more people, black people in particular, can't stand Trump's guts.
Yeah.
His father was in the Klan. He followed right behind him.
Yeah.
We don't like Trump.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. Slow down a second. You said we don't like Trump. So this is interesting. You're Renee from Harlem. You're a very important person. You speak for all black people? You said we don't like Trump. Are you a spokesperson for the black people of America? I didn't know you were so important.
You're not a spokesperson for anybody.
I didn't claim to be. You're the one. You're the one who said. You said we don't like Trump. So you said we.
I know what I said.
So who you speak? What group do you represent?
What I said.
UNAACP, BLM. What do you? Who are you?
Yeah.
Who's the we?
I'm speaking for the majority of black
Oh,
people
you speak
like myself.
Wow. You speak for the
Yeah.
majority of black people. Wow. You never know who's watching you on YouTube. I got some big shot here who speaks for the black people.
Yeah, I tell you what.
He's the
you go and look me up on YouTube.
I'm not going to look you up. You think I care enough to look you up?
Yeah, of course you don't.
All right, now what
Because
else
you're a racist. Of course you would.
What does searching someone on YouTube have to do with being a racist?
I tell you what. You can tell your Sally Hemings of a daughter that she needs to run as far and fast away from you as possible.
Yeah.
And when she finds a black man that she can stay with, he'll be lucky
Yeah.
to keep him away from you.
All right, nice guy. Appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words about my daughter. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Paul, calling from
Paul.
Indiana.
Paul from Indiana. What's on your mind, Paul?
Paula.
Oh, Paula. I'm sorry. Paula from Indiana. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I heard on the internet today that somehow where this hurricane's supposed to hit, semi-trucks put diesel fuel in regular gas pumps. That vehicle's not going to get far.
Well,
And
if
they
that
try to
happened,
escape-
I haven't heard that, but if that happened, that would be an accident. I don't think they would have done that on purpose. Do you?
I heard like there's like 15 different gas stations. A big semi with that much gas, it can go to two
Wow.
gas stations and get rid of all the
right.
fuel.
Hey, listen, we'll look into that. But I'll tell you, well, you heard it on the internet?
Yes, I did.
Well, everything on the internet's true. That's for sure.
Well, I heard it on the internet, and I heard it from a guy that does not even. He's a part Amish.
Yeah. Okay.
And he
Hey,
lives
listen,
off-
he's
and he
part
lives
Amish. Hey,
off
listen.
the-
Hey, listen. Thanks for calling, Paula. All right. Take care. We'll talk again. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Robert from New Hampshire.
Hey, Robert. What's on your mind?
I just want to tell you that I follow you every day. You are the man. I love everything you say. I originally grew up in New York, and my dad was a builder who had some building experience with Fred Trump, Donald's dad. But I have no connection to Donald Trump at all. Love the man, love you, love your wife, and just keep on trucking, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. How nice. As opposed to this venom I'm getting from Renee from Harlem.
Yeah, well, it's you are on top of this stuff every
Absolutely.
day. I don't even know how you do it because I look at stuff. I can't even follow what you're following. But
Yeah.
you're right on top of it. And,
Well, I
and
appreciate
it. Well, you don't. You've got some strong supporters. I support you like you support Trump. How's that?
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a lot of support,
All
man.
right,
All right. Well,
well-
good to talk to you.
All right, I'll be calling again. It's Robert
Sure.
from New Hampshire.
Robert from
All
New
right.
Hampshire. All right. Good. He gets to vote early. Before the rest of us up in New Hampshire. Yeah. Oh, man. MAGA, New Hampshire. I like that. Yeah. Now, if you're new to my channel, I am the most pro-Trump guy you will find anywhere. Okay? I live stream 7 days a week here on YouTube. I have a radio show, a podcast, and you'll never hear me criticize President Trump or disagree with President Trump. It'll never happen. First off, he's got enough people disagreeing with him and criticizing him. He doesn't need someone else. But that doesn't mean that he's done things I disapprove of that I'm keeping secret. Donald Trump has never said or done anything that I would disagree with, and I can't imagine that he would start doing that now. So I want to just play another video or two, and then I got a couple other things I want to jump into. But you're welcome to call in. Great calls on the stream here, and it's toll-free, 1-888-465-2631. If you're watching live, you can call me live and be right on the stream just like these other guys, all right? 1-888-465-2631. So what I've been doing, I've been showing some videos from TikTok of blacks because of Fannie Lewis and what the Democrats have been doing to President Trump are now blacks for Trump. And we've gone through some demos, right? We're all are African American. So that's a huge demographic that the Democrats take for granted that they've lost. Many of them are young. Some of them are old and have been voting Democrat since they were voting. And we got females, so these are all groups that the Democrats need to win an election. They can't win when they're losing so many of the black voters, and it's a great thing when Democrats are losing. Let's listen to this guy, what he has to say.
So it's real obvious to everybody by now that they don't want Donald Trump to run for president. Yeah, they're coming at him with everything they have. But how dumb, how stupid are the Democrats and those operatives that are trying to keep him from running? So
hold on, caller.
Been arresting him, indicting him.
Hold on, let me take the call first, then we'll play. Let me rewind this and finish it. Hold on, caller.
But how dumb, how stupid are the Democrats and those operatives that are trying to keep him from running? So they've been arresting him, indicting him. Now he has what he wanted.
That's
he
right.
wanted the Mugshot. I know people think he didn't want that. He wanted that Mugshot. It's going to be able to raise a whole lot of money with the Mugshot. And plus, have you all seen how popular he is becoming, how much money he is raising, how many more supporters he has in the black community and Hispanic communities? I think the Democrats, they've overplayed their hand. Yep.
That's a smart guy. Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. I'm David in Royal Palm Beach.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
And it's just that, from my memory, since the end of the Civil War...
What is that yelling? Wait a minute. What's that yelling going on behind you?
I don't hear anything.
Know. The door isn't closed, maybe.
Yeah, is it still there?
I can hear the door isn't closed. You don't hear that?
Yeah,
No.
I'm in a room here, and
no, not on there.
You know what? I think I don't know what's going on here. This is kind of weird. Anyway, go ahead. I can understand you.
But I was going to say, since the end of the Civil War until the 60s, pretty much.
Okay, I think I know what's happened now. I have two calls merged together. So I have two calls merged together into one. That's what's going on. And so I'm gonna have to. That's so you guys. I'm gonna hang up, and then one of you guys got to call back. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
I merged. Yeah. Okay. I got one on the line. Okay. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Dave in Royal Palm Beach.
All right, Dave. We got you. Okay. Now we just got one. I let the other guy go. Sorry about that. Okay. Go ahead, Dave. I was going like, what is going on? I heard somebody yelling in the background.
Guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is, since, to the best of my knowledge, since the Civil War until the 60s, most blacks were Republicans
It's
pretty
true.
solidly.
And
And so I think they're just really coming back to where they really are.
Well, you know why that happened? Do you know
Floyd.
what happened that led to blacks leaving the Republican Party and becoming Democrat?
Well, I think the welfare state and them breaking up the family is
That's
part
the
of it.
that's the common belief, but none of that is true. I'll tell you now while you're on the phone, or I'll do it after your call because it takes a few minutes. Do you?
No, go ahead.
Okay,
That's
I'll tell you.
thing.
Okay, this is what happened during the 1960, and this is you guys can. What I'm about to tell you, although is not discussed, and this is not what you learn in school. This is the truth of how blacks, because of course Republicans led by Abraham Lincoln, freed the blacks from slavery. Blacks were Republican until the 1960s, and this is what happened. In the 1960 presidential election, and you can look all this up and verify what I'm about to tell you, that's when Kennedy and Nixon were running against each other. And during the campaign, a Democrat sheriff in Georgia, this is where the Democrats operate, arrested Martin Luther King and took him to the county jail in the middle of the night. Now, you got to understand, in 1960, we didn't have cable TV, certainly no internet or social media, so nobody knew about this. It was very difficult to get word out. And what these Democrats were doing, and this is the 1960 presidential election, they were still lynching black people, Democrats, right, back then? So Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King's wife, found out that Martin Luther King was in jail in Georgia, and she was afraid that the county sheriff, Democrat county sheriff, was going to lynch him. So she frantically started calling anybody she could with authority. She got a hold of Nixon, who was vice president of the United States at the time. He was running. He was Eisenhower's vice president, remember. So she got a hold of Vice President Nixon, and he tried to get Martin Luther King. This is all in the middle of the night. Tried to get Martin Luther King out of jail without success. She got a hold of President Kennedy through some complex things that I'm not going to go through right now. But she got a hold of Senator Kennedy, in his campaign, and Senator Kennedy got Martin Luther King out of the jail and saved his life because the sheriff was going to lynch him. And they made a deal with Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King. We'll get you out, Martin, but you got to come out and endorse Senator Kennedy for president. And he came out of the jail and endorsed President Kennedy for president, switched to Democrat. He was a Republican up until that point. And this is what we're dealing with today. It's not about the welfare state and Lyndon Johnson or any of that stuff. It's about what I just told you. Now, why do you think Nixon couldn't get Martin Luther King out of that jail, but Kennedy could?
Extortion is what it is.
Well, the sheriff was a Democrat, so Nixon was a Republican, and Kennedy was a Democrat, so he knew the guy. Bobby called him up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just threaten people to get them to do what they need them to do.
Yeah,
is what it, and it just seems like it's been the same for decades.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and that story I told you, there's a more detailed story than what I shared, but that's what happened. And the Kennedys made this creepy low-life deal with Martin Luther King and switched the black voters from Republican to Democrat in 1960, and they never went back until now. Now they are because of Trump.
Yeah, well, the truth will get through, eventually. Logic and reality.
Mm-hmm.
And,
hey, listen, I appreciate the call. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian. Take care.
Take care. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Steve from Chicago.
Hey, Chicago. Speak up.
How's this?
Hey, that's good. I can hear you.
I wanted to ask you, do you still think Marjorie Taylor Greene would be his running mate?
Now, I'd be fine with that. Yeah, unless something happened today that would make me change my mind. Did something happen?
Yeah, I'm just asking you because I remember your show, and that was the first show that I appreciated.
Awesome.
That I said, wow, this guy is great. So
well, thank you.
I remember that, and I've always been just checking her out, and I think she'd be great.
Oh, absolutely. The thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's awesome, but she's somebody that Trump and MAGA can trust. She's not going to betray us like Ron DeSantis did.
Yes, I totally agree. Just exactly like this Ramaswamy guy. Just hearing the word Soros made me nervous. I'm thinking he could turn out being a Pence, and even
That's
though
right.
Donald Trump is very smart, very trusting sometimes, too trusting sometimes, and he, I hope he doesn't get somebody that screws him over again.
Well, I mean, when you talk about people that he's picked that have betrayed him, like Pence and stuff like this, and DeSantis, so it's not a negative quality that President Trump has. The only thing that you can criticize him about, kinda, is that he trusts elected officials to love their country, as opposed to being sellouts and con men and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Who would have known that all these people were on the take?
Right? Well, I'm originally from New York City, and unfortunately, we don't trust anyone.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's really tough to get to a New Yorker to really trust.
Well, listen, I appreciate the call. It's good to hear from you. Call me again, all right?
Yeah, well, you take care and keep the show going. I love you.
Yeah, I will. All right, thank you. Good taste and YouTube channels. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Yeah, you're right about this thing. The Democrats have always been, the racist and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, they still are.
They still are. Think about it. What did Johnson say about the
Well,
blacks?
I don't say exactly what Johnson said because he used the N-word.
Right, he used the N-word, but he said we can get these people to vote for us for the next 100 years.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
That's
so
right.
that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And we have another racist Democrat in the White House right now, and Joe Biden.
Kamala Harris. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kamala Harris is racist too. They're all racist. To be a Democrat, if you're a Democrat, you're a racist. That's just the reality.
That's the thing. And this Fannie Willis, who, by the way, it's Fannie, not Fonnie. It's Fannie. She's being a behind, of course, but this is nothing but racism. You look at when you had all these people lined up in front of that courthouse as he was passing by to go get as the president.
Well, hey, Mike, you make some good points. Thanks so much for the call. Oh my goodness, calls are coming in like crazy. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh,
hello.
Sherry.
Hey, Sherry. What's up?
Yeah, well, I'm in the eye of it again. I'm I'm near Fort Myers, so I'm stuck in it again.
Oh my God, you're right there at the hurricane. You're right there at the hurricane. You're like due west of me. I was just looking at the radar before the stream.
I'm still have a tarp on my house. I never got it sold. My insurance stinks, but
how's the weather right now? Fort Myers, Florida, by the way, is the part of Florida where the hurricane is at right now as we are speaking. So what's the weather like in Fort Myers?
Oh, rainy and windy, and of course tomorrow is going to be the same. But we got really hit bad in last year.
How bad's the wind right now? Everything. Yeah, this is live. How bad's the wind right now?
Yeah. Oh, it's not too bad now. It's like it's not nothing. Like I said, nothing is like Ian. I don't think.
No.
Like
well, that's good.
And then usually when it says it goes to Tampa, they're lying. I don't know what it is. It's mythology. Usually it's like there's a myth where it goes something. It never goes to Tampa. Twice we've been told it goes to Tampa, and it came to Fort Myers, Charlotte County, same time. It always moves.
Do you have your hurricane shutters up or anything?
Yeah, I got shutters, but I still got a
shutters
tarp
too
on the roof from last year.
Oh my goodness,
my roof never got fixed.
I have.
I'm very lucky.
On my house, we have hurricane windows. So you don't need shutters, right? When you have hurricane windows, but we have shutters anyway because the hurricane glass is so expensive. So we've got hurricane windows and hurricane shutters. So anyway, what's on your mind other than the weather?
Well, like I said, I don't know why people are flocking to Florida because COVID brought them, but now people are selling. I have to laugh. An old man next to me, I can't take it. I just moved here, and now he couldn't handle the people who never been here for a long time. Can't handle the hurricane.
First off, you're in the wrong part of Florida. I live on the east coast of Florida, South Florida. I'm in Palm Beach County, where Mar-a-Lago is, and the people think this part of Florida gets all the hurricanes because the Miami hurricanes are here, and all that stuff. But the Gulf Coast of Florida gets more hurricanes.
Oh yeah, we do. Now I do like things better. We have I think, but you're more populated. So I hate Palm Beach County. It's kind of like it's to me it's kind of it's over expensive. You can't. The houses are actually a little bit. Well, now they're not. They used to be more affordable on the West Coast. It's kind of riffraffy, kind of like
riffraffy. Riffraffy. This is what Mar-a-Lago's right down the street. What are you talking about, riffraffy? What are you talking about, snob?
West Palm Beach is the ghetto part.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about that. I went to school at FAU. I know with Boca and all there. I went years ago to FAU.
So other than geography, other than weather and geography, what's on your mind?
Oh, I thought it was a riot. I've been on YouTube. All you see is the black people. They always have that guy with the shirt that ends for black. It's a riot. Trump.
Hey, listen, I appreciate the call. Hey, stay safe during the hurricane, all right? The Blacks for Trump guy that's in the thumbnail on my YouTube video, you see, I've met him many, many, many times. And I show this on one of my Mar-a-Lago vlogs. So if you go through my channel and look at my vlogs at Mar-a-Lago, I'm not sure which one this is. It's well, you'll have to go and look. But I was at Mar-a-Lago, and the Blacks for Trump were there. Well, by the way, a new subscriber there, welcome to the channel. You'll love this channel, I promise you. So I was at Mar-a-Lago. I can't remember which one of the events, but this is on my YouTube channel here, one of my Mar-a-Lago vlogs. I should put a section of just Mar-a-Lago vlogs and have like a playlist of that for everyone, because I go there so much. But anyway, when I left, Blacks for Trump stayed behind, and they were parked right next to me, and Blacks for Trump have a stretched Blacks for Trump limousine, okay? And you'll see this in my vlog. Don't go and look for it now, okay, guys? The man, $20 super sticker. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. But the Blacks for Trump stretch limo is it's a white limo, but it has a wrap around the whole thing of President Trump, and it is so cool and so awesome. And it's an old limousine. It has one of those old cell phone antennas on the trunk and the back, but it's super cool. The Blacks for Trump stretched limousine. Now, I got some more stuff I want to get into, but before I do, I want to tell you about the Mighty MAGA Lion, which is our creation. My wife, Kathy, and I, with Dee, who's one of the moderators here in my YouTube chat, created the Mighty MAGA Lion, okay? The lion was my idea, and then my wife and Dee actually designed the lion with his cool MAGA hat. It even says 45 on the side. Pretty cool, huh? And Dee is in a business where she has contacts to get a design on paper turned into a beautiful stuffed animal like this. It's the Mighty MAGA Lion, and they're available for purchase right now online at MightyMAGALion.com. These, again, are available exclusively through me and my channel, MightyMAGALion.com, and they are limited in numbers, okay? We had these custom-made, so they're limited edition. They're custom-made, and when they're gone, they're gone. MightyMAGALion.com. All right, guys, go and order yours right there. Now, I saw something on Twitter that I'm going to go through with this poor child who was harassed by a liberal teacher. But first, I just want to take a moment and talk about Harrison Floyd. Harrison Floyd, I know a lot of you know, Harrison Floyd is one of the Trump 19 in this Fulton County case. And he happens to be the only black man that was indicted in Fulton County by Fannie Lewis. And he's also the only defendant who was denied bail. He was denied bail. He told the court after they Mirandized him that he could not afford an attorney, and the court refused to appoint a public defender. So Harrison Floyd is sitting in the Fulton County Jail. He's been there since last week. He surrendered before President Trump, so he's been there almost a week. Denied bail. They said he's a flight risk. He went there and surrendered himself. And denied him a public defender. Well, the great Byron Donalds, congressman here in Florida, who I hope will be our governor after Ron DeSanctimonious leaves, posted a crowdfunding campaign for a legal defense fund for Harrison Floyd, and this is it. And if one of the mods in the chat could post this in the chat and pin it, I'd appreciate it. I meant to do it myself, and I can't do it when I'm using the platform I'm using the stream on right now. But this is the official legal defense fund for Harrison Floyd. Their goal was $200,000. They've raised $275. Mac 318, $50 super sticker. Thank you. They've raised $275,671, and that's pretty amazing. Now, Harrison Floyd, when he was on his Zoom bail hearing with this corrupt judge in Fulton County, he said the retainer for an attorney in a case like this was between $40,000 and $100,000. Now, that's just a down payment. You still have the hourly charges, and they charge thousands of dollars an hour. So this $275,671 is a good start for Harrison Floyd, and but it's not going to get him. He needs more. And also, I know it's terrible. How's he supporting his family while he's in jail? I tell you. And there's really, in my view, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I don't think so. You guys can let me know if you're watching live. You can let me know in the chat or call in or let me know in the comments. But the mainstream media really haven't talked too much about Harrison Ford, if at all, and his constitutional rights being violated. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. This is Nick up in Baltimore.
Hey, Nick.
You know that Mr. Floyd is a Marine.
That's right.
That's
right. He's a veteran. He's a veteran of the Marine Corps. That's right. And plus, he's an American. In fact, you don't even have to be an American and have constitutional guarantees. Yeah.
Right.
He's being denied.
Right. And as far as the charge that originated up here in Maryland, which is the D.C. area, that's where he is, I think. The FBI, of course, busted on his door, in the middle of the night, like they usually do with Republicans, Trump supporters. And all the man did was he said, "Hey, I don't know who you are. You never showed me an ID." And he bumped the guy with his chest.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't assault the FBI guy. He bumped him with his chest. "You're not coming in my house. You're disturbing my children and my wife." And so they put this assault charge on him, which is false, of course.
Nick,
on.
I tell you, you're right about that. And here's the thing: there's no way in hell it's a coincidence that the one black man indicted in the Trump 19 is the one that was denied bail. That's not a coincidence. Everybody else got bail.
That's correct.
So
that's correct.
And to say that he's a flight risk, okay, he went and surrendered himself. How are you a flight risk when you surrender yourself? That makes no sense at all. And I was a little confused because the judge over the weekend said that she wasn't the trial judge. The trial judge would hear this at the beginning of the week. Here, I haven't heard any updates on Harrison Floyd. None.
No,
have you?
I haven't either.
Mm-mm.
The only one's talking about it, Greta Van Sustren's really hot to trial.
Oh, good.
On this.
Good.
And she's on Newsmax, and she always mentions it.
Well, that's good.
And some other talk show hosts, but like but very, very little coverage of it, which I find disgusting.
It is disgusting. All right. Well, it's always good to hear from you, Nick. Is there anything else on your mind?
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question. There's something going on with YouTube where people are being blocked, and I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean being blocked?
My sister's just telling me she's blocked. She can't make a comment.
She's blocked from YouTube or blocked from my channel?
Every time she goes on your channel, I think she's blocked.
Just my channel? Well, let me tell you. Sometimes, okay, I'll tell you guys about that real quick. Sometimes, obviously, there's trolls in the chat room, and they have to be blocked because they're doing something, or you know how it goes. You know what trolls are all about. And sometimes the chat is going so fast. When someone who's a moderator or myself go to block someone, by the time your finger hits the screen, it's scrolled up and you hit the wrong person, and sometimes people get blocked by accident. So what I will do is I'll go and look, and because I know who your sister is, I'll go and look and see if she's blocked. I've blocked my own wife a bunch of times. So if that happened, I'll unblock her.
All righty.
I appreciate it. Okay?
Thanks.
All right, no, I'll do it. Yeah, take care. All right, take care. That happens sometimes. You know how fast the chat can go sometimes. So anyway, that's Harrison Floyd's Legal Defense Fund. Christina is one of the mods. Put the link in there. I pinned it to the top. So the link to Harrison Floyd's Legal Defense Fund is pinned at the top of the live chat. If you're not watching live, you can still pull up the chat, and it will be pinned right there, okay? And that's a good thing. Now, this video here has been going pretty viral. This is crazy. This little boy got in trouble in school because he had the Gadsden flag on his backpack. And you know what? I mean, maybe I should pull up the Gadsden flag, because we could have Democrats in here and they don't know what the Gadsden flag is. The Don't Tread on Me flag. And this kid got in trouble, and his parents had to come in for a parent-teacher conference because he had broken school rules, and had the "Don't Tread on Me" Gadsden flag on his backpack. And I'm not going to go through the whole history of the Gadsden flag here, but the Gadsden flag is a flag from the Great American Revolution. You know, the United States is the oldest democracy in the world, and the Great American Revolution liberated us from a king. You know, kings and queens and emperors ruled the world until our great founding fathers defied the Brits. And "Don't Tread on Me," the Gadsden flag, was a symbol of the American Revolution. And what it symbolized was the 13 colonies united together as one against the crown. And that's a beautiful thing. Sometimes you'll see versions of this flag, and it'll have the snake in 13 pieces. Sometimes it'll say "live or die," you know, things like that, because Ben Franklin used this flag himself. You know, the great Ben Franklin, can you imagine? So now you can't have the Gadsden flag in school. So this, I know it's pretty disgusting. So this teacher calls this little boy in with his parents to have a parent-teacher conference because he has a flag that represents the American Revolution that liberated the entire world, right? There were no democracies before us. So, you know, the American Revolution freed the entire world from tyranny, right? Yeah. And that's an amazing thing. A flag that Ben Franklin himself held in his hand. Great people like John Adams and others, that is now evil and not allowed in public school. So the parents, they knew this was coming. These are smart parents. I don't know if they're MAGA or just fishing for a lawsuit. I don't know. Whatever it is, God bless them. They recorded the meeting with the teacher. So what I'm going to share with you now is the recording that is going viral all over social media today.
Thank you. Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So they're, the reason that they do not want the flag...
See, there it is on his backpack. Hold on, let me go back, and then I'll let it play. You can see he's got the Gadsden flag, the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, is this little tiny patch on the back of his backpack.
The reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade.
Oh, she said due to its origins with slavery and the slave trade. Let me tell you, you know, this flag was in part inspired by a black man, right? A black man at the Boston Massacre, of course. And she says, now this teacher, I feel sorry for this teacher, because what the deal is with the teacher, it's not that she's just some liberal monster, dictator of a teacher who has a bad opinion of this country. In a way, this teacher is a victim. She's young. She's somewhat young. She's not too young, but she's young. She's been brainwashed in teachers' college, right? You know, she has been, you know, I went to college as an adult, and I have a double major in history and education. So I took all the classes in college that these liberal teachers take. And I'm an adult. I was conservative then, as I am now. And all that stuff just made me laugh and went in one ear and out the other. But this woman here has been brainwashed in our public education system and in our university system. And it's really a sad thing. It doesn't mean she's good. She's a bad person. But it really shows you the dangers of sending your kids to certain colleges.
Want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade. That is what was, that's the reasoning behind why we do not want this displayed.
The Gadsden flag.
The "Don't Tread on Me."
Okay. Which is the Gadsden flag. Okay.
Teacher doesn't even know that.
Okay, so he's what's going to happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so I asked if, can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class? Like, I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back. It's got the patch on it, because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying, and then he said you were close. So I was like,
They can't have a flag of our great American Revolution around our kids, she said. So we can't have it around our kids.
I asked if can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class. Like, I just want him to go back to class.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I can't go back. It's got the patch on it, because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying, and then he said you were close. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like, that wasn't, that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate Confederate flag.
Okay, I am
Is there
just
history
here to
teacher that can
enforce.
come and-
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and definitely you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
By the way, this flag up here is a flag of the Revolution too, right? That's the American flag. I don't know. She's probably offended by this too. And, you know, connecting it to the Gadsden flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag for the American Revolution. I know you guys that are Americans know, but those of you that aren't Americans, the red and white, the red represents the British, and the white represents us separating from the British. And there's 13 stripes, one for each of the original colonies. So this jackass, liberal, brainwashed teacher who thinks that the Don't Tread on Me flag is the Confederate flag, she says it can't be there in school, this symbol of the American Revolution, when this flag here is a symbol of the Revolution. It just, you know, the liberalism doesn't hold up to logic, okay, ever.
I am just here to enforce. No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and definitely you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
because the
absolutely.
ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that. If you like go on their website, it's like says in big letters.
All I'm saying is that
unless there's like a ban.
And, you know, this little boy here, you know, this was not a planned event. He got in trouble with the teacher, okay? She wanted him to leave his backpack, empty out his backpack. She talked about this earlier. Empty out his backpack, leave the backpack out of the classroom, and then carry all his stuff back. And he says, well, my parents are nearby, okay? So he had gotten in trouble with this teacher. Can you imagine? For having the Don't Tread on Me flag, little patch. And he said, well, my parents are nearby. Hold on, caller. So the parents just spontaneously came over. Look at how well-dressed this kid is and how respectful he is. I mean, this is a star student, right? First off, he knows what the hell gender he is. Not many of those left in the public school. And look at how he's sitting there straight up. He's well-dressed for school. He takes care of his hair, and he's courteous, and he's polite, and he's respectful. And she's calling his parents in, calling this kid into the office. This woman is a psycho sicko. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian, it's Berta from Texas. I'm
Hey,
watching
Berta.
this video, and I'm appalled. I was just about to say that. He looks like a clean kid. His sneakers are even clean, something
Yeah.
that I remember it was hard for my daughter to get clean to go to school. I mean, his shirt is not like a thug. His pants aren't down to his knees. And
Yeah.
look at his
His shirt
haircut,
is
and
tucked
it's nice
in.
to the side. Exactly. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Where is this, Brian? you know where-
Yes, it's in Colorado.
Oh, that's why. That's
Now
exactly
I
why.
wonder if he'd get in trouble if he brought marijuana in with him. Mom and Dad could probably sit there and smoke weed during the conference. No one would care.
Exactly.
You know, I want to
Because
highlight on
legal.
this though. Okay, for this teacher to call this perfect student, who I mean, look at this. Look at how he's
just physically
dressed.
Just looking at him, Brian, he doesn't look like some of those kids that are crazy, the emo or memo. How do you call those gothic looking kids?
Emo. That means emotional
Emo.
emo. Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
goth.
He doesn't. Yeah, look at him. He's his pants aren't down to his knees. His
Yeah.
underwear's not showing.
That's
He's
right.
probably wearing a belt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking
Yeah.
at this and I'm listening and I'm like, holy moly. But, you know, I'm in shock because I had all day it's been shock today. I mean, I thank you for the history lesson there with Nixon and Kennedy. I had no idea. I thought it was always Lyndon Johnson. Okay, so that's a great history lesson.
In
for
fact,
me.
I'll tell you what happened. What happened? I'll give you a little more detail on that. Coretta Scott King, she didn't get Kennedy on the line. She got an aide to Senator Kennedy, right? And Senator Kennedy went and told President Kennedy and said, we got to save Martin Luther King. We'll win all the blacks in the South. And Bobby Kennedy came in and told him not to do it. And they argued for quite some time. Bobby Kennedy told his brother, you cannot do this. If you get behind Martin Luther King, we're going to lose all our Democrat base in the South.
And it was the opposite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was the opposite. Well, if I have been doing some research, because as you know, for the last 3 days, a lot of African Americans are standing up for Trump. So you know what the percentages are from 2020 from his voting? It went from 6% to 20%.
Wow!
Holy moly! No wonder they're panicking, Brian.
Yeah.
They're actually panicking.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's something else just popped up in the news that I'm going to look into. I don't know what they're saying about Melania escape route. What's this about escape route?
That's all BS. Melania escape route. You know, this is okay. A lot of people are making a big deal that she hasn't been public. Okay, I mentioned this to somebody.
I think that's very ladylike. I mean, personally.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. You may have seen this story. It hasn't got a lot of publicity. There was a liberal Democrat woman in Chicago who was just arrested for threatening Barron. She was contacting this. So I think Melania loves kids. You ever see her around kids?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Always around.
Yeah, she is. So she's staying out of the spotlight with Barron, protecting him from these monsters that keep breaking into their house and arresting his dad. That's why she hasn't been out and about in public.
But
she's
but
doing
you
the
know
right
what?
thing.
Prayers are being answered, Brian. I mean, they have thrown so much to this man, and we just got to keep praying, stand behind him, because believe it or not, I mean, I just had a shock today with Houston ISD, the KD ISD where my brother is, which is completely conservative like I am. I just found out they have to ask the parents for gender pronouns. Holy cow.
What the hell is
Brian,
that?
I just moved from Miami 3 years ago. What is Texas coming to? I mean, it's getting so bad.
I mean, that's like on official forms for parents?
No, they have the teachers have to ask what does the kids prefer, their preferred pronouns. This is Houston.
The only thing I can say about that is at least kids in this country for the first time are learning the differences in the parts of speech. At least we could take some positivity out of it. I mean, you know, when I was growing up, we were having a hard time learning what pronouns were. I may still not know, okay? But kids today, they know their parts of speech better. They do all this freakish
stuff. Kids today are more depressed. They're unhappy. They're ungrateful. The kids in this era today is much different. They have meltdowns.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know how to change this around. I think it begins with the schools, and I mean those teachers already in there, Brian. I mean, this has been cooking for so long that we've been sleeping on it. Honestly, we've been sleeping.
That's right.
We've been sleeping on it, and it's not until Trump opened everyone's eyes.
That's right. That's right.
I thank God for Trump, and we just need to keep praying, because believe me, those who have faith, prayers. Look at everything that's coming out. It looks like this new DA from Georgia is having a meltdown. I don't know what's going on, so I was about to investigate right now.
Well, do some investigating. Well, listen, I'm going to run, but thanks for calling. Great call. All right, take care. I want to finish up with this now. I don't know. Should I? I want to rewind it a little bit, not too far back, but just let me catch people up to speed that are just joining the stream. This little boy has been called into the office by his teacher. That's his teacher there, and the parents are here. He has violated school policy, and he's in the office. He has a Don't Tread on Me Gadsden flag from the Great American Revolution patch on the back of his backpack. So let me rewind a little bit, and then we'll finish this off.
I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and definitely you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that. If you go on their website, it's says in big letters.
All I'm saying is that
unless there's a ban on patches, period. Like if you said there's no patches allowed at the school, you cannot display what you think or anything like that, or what cheer or anything like that. I think it's like one-sided, you know, because you allow some patches, but not other patches.
Kids have patches like other names and like the American flag on their backpacks.
Yeah. That was like flown during the revolution with, yeah, I understand.
You know what I think's happened here? I think this teacher, with her college degree, thinks that the "Don't Tread on Me" flag is the Confederate flag, the Confederate battle flag. I think this teacher is so stupid. She's so ignorant about her own country's history. She's probably a damn history teacher, social studies teacher. I don't know. But certainly, if this is elementary school, she's teaching social studies and history. She thinks the "Don't Tread on Me" is the Confederate flag. She's stupid. Yeah, that's what happens.
So what I can do is if you go onto the ACLU's website, yeah, let's talk to someone, because I don't want a lawsuit.
I can have you speak to Jeff Yoakum again. And then he can refer you to our person at the district.
Okay.
Because, like I said, we're following district policy.
Mm-hmm.
Is what we're doing. So the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell.
He takes
This teacher, she can't wait for the school year's just begun, and she's like, oh, shit, I got to deal with these parents all year. She can't wait for the school year to be over this year and get this kid out of her class so she doesn't have to deal with these parents anymore.
Classes seriously, he studies, he wants to get straight A's, he did that, he made honor roll when he was here before. He intends to do that again right now, but it's hard because he keeps missing class for this. So
I understand that.
Yeah, and I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs, and I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade. I mean, the founding fathers stood up for what they believed in against.
You know what I wonder? Do you think the Gadsden flag, the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, is in the school history book? She said this is 7th grade. The mom just said, so the American Revolution is part of the 7th grade curriculum. There's no way they've got a chapter on the American Revolution without that flag in the book that's in the classroom.
Unjust laws. This is unjust.
Okay, like I said, we're upholding a policy that was provided to us, which we have to uphold.
Okay, can you show me where the policy?
Okay, now I just want to show you the flag. Let me pull the flag up that's causing the uproar. Okay, it's on the back of his backpack. Hold on, let me go back and I'll pause it. Right there, see it? That's it, right there. Oh yeah, I don't even know what this stuff is. Honor roll student. Oh my goodness. This is what's happened. You know, the solution to this, there's two things, okay? There's two things that are the solution to ignorant teachers like this who thinks that's the Confederate flag. And maybe she realized it in this discussion and she's just standing there. I don't know. But there's two things that can be done. One, support Moms for Liberty. Moms for Liberty, their primary focus is taking these liberal hack school boards and turning them to MAGA Republican school boards. That's one thing you can do, and that's a good thing to do. Another thing, you know, as conservatives, we've got to recruit young people to become school teachers. And, you know, conservatives are about being in business for yourself, and what conservatives do is encourage their children to become business people, become entrepreneurs, more so than anything else, not government workers. And liberals, all they do is tell their kids to grow up and become government workers. We have got to start getting young MAGA people, and there's so many young MAGA people. Look at Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, this would be a great thing for Charlie Kirk to get involved in after Trump's reelection. He's got to focus. We got to get Trump back in first. But a major recruiting drive among high school students that are MAGA to go to school to become school teachers at every level, pre-K through graduate school, all the way through, you know, from pre-K all the way up through our college professors. We need to get MAGA conservative professors, and we need to get MAGA conservative school boards around the country. And this nonsense will stop, and we'll get back to the kind of school we had when I was in school that think America is a pretty darn good thing, okay? And we're proud of it, and we're lucky, and we're all blessed to live here, as opposed to these liberal lunatics that think America is Nazi Germany in 1936 or something, okay? These moronic liberals. MightyMagaLion.com, go there, order yours. Now, the MightyMagaLion.com, This is custom made by us. And when I say us, I mean me, my wife, and Dee, one of our moderators from the chat room. And by the way, Dee lives in the part of Florida. She's not in the chat room right now. She lives in the part of Florida that's getting some of the worst parts of the hurricane. So, right now, hopefully she's out of the cone and things will be okay, but she's in that area. But anyway, the three of us, we designed and had custom made these mighty MAGA lions. They're available only through me right here on this channel. They make a great gift, too. Gift for yourself. Wouldn't this be great to have? Sometimes I kind of cuddle up with mine in bed at night while I'm watching TV with the wife. But the Mighty MAGA Lion, available at MightyMAGALion.com. These are limited edition. He's got his MAGA hat on, 45 on the side, a cool tail. And they're really fun to cuddle when you're watching Trump on TV, right? Next week, President Trump has his arraignment in Fulton County. You can hug your Mighty MAGA Lion while you're watching the arraignment or a Trump rally. So go to MightyMAGALion.com and order yours, all right? Yeah, Christine, just put the link in the chat. So you can click that link, MightyMAGALion.com. If you're new to my channel, my name's Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'm the most pro-Trump guy you'll find anywhere. So if you're new, subscribe. You'll love my channel. And if you're already subscribed, like the video if you don't mind, okay? My name's Brian Craig. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.